I'm Salim Boumien from Cameroon. I'm the General Coordinator for Southwest Northwest Women's Task Force. Cameroon is a country that has a historical colonial lineage to two great nations of the world, France and Britain, that has given us two linguistic trends. And as we know, language bears culture and an identity. So within Cameroon, we have two language groups, which automatically means two cultures and two identity. Somewhere along the line, there is bad governance, marginalization. The minority, automatically, those who speak English in Cameroon are in the minority because our country has 10 regions. And within the 10 regions, we have 8 regions that are of French expression and 2 regions that are of English expression. That will really tell you there is an imbalance and inequalities are bound to occur. It's all about inequalities and marginalization and discrimination, probably because of social status where we find ourselves. So coming to women in peace and security issues, when the armed conflict broke up in our country, Cameroon, we as women leaders who were working already with civil society organizations, community-based organizations, we started responding to the humanitarian concerns that were coming from the people with whom we used to work in our organizations. Now the numbers kept swelling up by the day because the crisis intensified. So we thought that it was good time for us to come together as women and start talking about the real issues, because the humanitarian needs are just effects of what actually was going on. This organization was determined to see how women can contribute significantly in contributing in ending the crisis in this region and ensure that women participate at all levels of the peace building process. That sounded so good to me because it was an opportunity to unlock voices that are hitherto locked or silenced and not considered within issues of leadership, power, and politics within my country. Our objective is to call to the voice of reason. Let's rise above our emotions. Let's rise above what we want and look at what everybody will benefit. The Women, Peace and Security agenda, it's a very, very relevant agenda within human existence because it gives women the opportunity to follow a process where they can prevent, they can resolve, and also watch how they implement and secure sustainable peace for future generations. So it gives some kind of participatory belonging within power relations in every community. It gives the latitude for countries to develop a national action plan that reflects their local realities. If that is done with honesty, it will give even the grassroots woman a position within the ranks of power. When we look at the Women, Peace and Security agenda, we realize that women, in the course of conflict, either violent conflict or just conflict within the communities, they are a good source of data and information that when considered within the ranks of all of this, they will bring meaningful contribution first as survivors, because usually they are victims of all of these malpractices. So they will come in as survivors and give us suggestions and inputs that when considered will match the local realities of the community. That way, decisions taken will be informed. There is still that psychological barrier of thinking that women have nothing to offer. So the first thing is to engage men. We need to talk to them to see the need to grant access to women and be conscious in every decision that they make how they mainstream gender, because it is making these balances that makes the difference. Gender issues, especially on the desires of women, sometimes are very minute in the eyes of the whole, which needs these women to be on board to articulate these issues so that the issues are not left out. And when you realize when women's issues are mainstream in peace deals, security concerns, you realize there is that latitude that it opens up to accommodate many people within the communities. That gives assurance. And I will still maintain one word, a sense of belonging. Because when you belong, you protect. If we look at women's issue as a complement to the existing situations of our community, men will automatically understand that women are companions in the journey of making the world better. And we try to engage them by proposing to them the benefits that they will reap if they engage women in the process of leadership. So we can also design programs that calls on both parties, to male and female, to come on board and work on common good. When we have some of these things, it will prove to the world how it works. And moreover, to engage men, we need to celebrate success stories of women who've dared and their contribution, how it led to world peace without necessarily bringing down any man. Frankly, the Women, Peace and Security agenda will just be another paper reform if we do not engage the men. They need to be there, engage them to see the need to work with women to complement actions. So I'm a strong advocate to say women, peace and security issues is a priority if we want to guarantee world peace. It is kind of getting very tough for us who think, let us stand from the point of humanity, because irrespective of English or French, we are human beings before looking for these identities and values that define us. So if we put humanity first, we'll go very far.